This is the Fant4sy podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Fant4sy podcast. We've got Landon,
Andrew,
Ford,
Doug.
Welcome back. It's been a little bit. Hope everybody had a good spring break. We will get straight into it today or tonight. We'll be going over 3 different topics. The first will be the March Madness tournament, and second will be current NBA state, and lastly will be opening day tomorrow for MLB. We'll get straight into it. March Madness, Hogs came up short. It was sad. What do we think? Next year?
We just literally got outplayed. UConn made us look like a travel team, that never wins. They just pay the money to give to everybody else. Their offense was just way more in tune with each other, and Musselman has said multiple times, I don't know, throughout the past 2 to 3 seasons, that a lot of the times he just lets them play. He doesn't really call any plays or has, a game plan of sorts. And I feel like that game really showed that the most, because Nick Smith was just getting, he didn't know where he was half the time on the court, because they would have the ball swung all the way to the other side by the time he went in and closed out. So I feel like that was the most weakest thing that Arkansas shown in that game. Versus Kansas it worked, but versus a well-tuned UConn team that we saw beat Gonzaga, right?
by 31.
Yeah, so it's just really exposed us there, and we're gonna have a couple guys go. Anthony Black and Nick Smith are definitely gone. I don't know about Jordan Walsh. I don't think he should go.
No, Jordan Walsh is coming back. He said he's coming back.
Well, good.
And we don't. I mean, we know Nick is going to the NBA, but we don't necessarily know that for a fact right now, because he has said just maybe he won't. But I think having Jordan Walsh come back next year is a big deal for us. And let's just admit it, we were wrong, and I was wrong, saying that Kansas would be our toughest game. I think all of us said that. I think we all agreed that if we beat Kansas, then we'd have a smooth sailing rest of the tournament. And that was the wrong assessment. UConn, I knew they were good. I didn't know they were literally the best team in the tournament. I don't see any world where they don't win at all. They've won every game in the tournament by 20 plus. So they're number 4 in KenPom coming into the tournament. Somehow they're 4 seed. They should definitely be higher than that. But they obviously play a lot better than their number says. And they're the only team left that's even been to a Final Four. So it's kind of easy to see. They in previous years have made the tournament, especially last year. They came up short, and I think either the round of 32 or the Sweet 16. And their head coach said, I'm going to come back next year with shooters, and you're going to see what kind of a difference it makes. And they did, and that's exactly what happened. Their offense is so fluid, they can beat you from anywhere on the floor because their team is so well-rounded. So I don't think this year was necessarily a disappointment. I guess it kind of was, in just the sense of how much talent we had, but it's so hard to plug and play with a whole year of a brand new squad. It's not really what we do. That's more of what Duke and Kentucky does. It's not really our thing. So I think we played really well, better than we should have in the tournament, and we just got to come out of it with a positive attitude, looking forward to next year, where we could be better next year. There's really no telling.
Yeah, it's looking like Nick will go to the draft, but maybe he decides to stay for another year and maybe try and develop a little more, but probably not. It's fun seeing him play for Arkansas, our favorite school. Hopefully he does good in the NBA if he makes it there next year. But I think it's just crazy, the teams that made it to the Final Four. I don't know if we've ever seen such a stray just number of the seeds were so high, or just different, you know.
It's not even. Yeah, it's not
3.
even. It is the seeds, but it's not just the seeds. It's the fact that no team has made the Final Four except for UConn. Like that's just crazy. Because you have Miami and obviously Florida Atlantic, who, quick bragging moment on myself. I had Florida Atlantic in the Elite Eight. I did not have them in the Final Four, but I did have them in the Elite Eight. So I knew they were good. Didn't think they were this good. But yeah, it is. You're right. It's weird. It is a weird set of teams. Hopefully, it's not just like UConn dominates from here out, because that would be kind of boring.
I don't think it would. They will.
Yeah.
Who do they play? Do y'all know who they play?
They play Miami, right? Don't they play Miami? Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They play
I
Miami.
mean you got Norshad, which he's really turned up this tournament. That
Norshad.
that one guard, I can't think of his name, but he's also did a lot for Miami. And they came back against Texas. I was coming back from college on Sunday, and the game was they were down by 12 or 11 going into like 10 minutes in the second, and I guess they came back and won. So they have it in them. But UConn is a very, very tough team. So but Florida Atlantic, on the other hand, I have bet them every single game because they've only lost like 3 or 4 games this entire season. So
Yeah, it's
they're
three.
just a really dominant team.
They are. They play really well together, and there's a lot of experienced guys on their team, and that's not a lot of teams can say that. So they have the formula to win. It's just UConn might have the advantage in just being there before with like their head coach. But I don't know. It's tough to say. It really is.
Yeah, personally, I think UConn will take it. I hope
Me too.
I hope they do, as they were the team that put Arkansas out. I always think that makes the wound hurt a
Yep.
little less.
Lose to the eventual champion.
Yeah. What you think, Ford?
Yeah, I think it's just been a really weird bracket so far. So I honestly have no idea how the Final Four will even go. Just because how the bracket's been going. I feel like every game's been a toss-up almost.
Yeah, if you.
I don't think UConn will win. That's what I mean. They are
I
the
think
most
everyone
favorited.
expects them to win now, so they won't.
That's
Just
what
because-
it feels like, honestly. I mean, but
I think we've built this narrative where no other team has won a national championship, and everyone just thinks there's going to be a new champion, and I think it's going to be disappointing when UConn wins it, because they already have a championship under their belts.
Well, then on the other hand, you got to think that every game they played during the tournament has been a really good game. So they're kind of due for a bad game, whether that's in the Final Four or the championship.
But at the same time, they've already played their toughest competition, maybe with the exception of Miami. If they get past Miami, whoever they play in the championship game is going to be in for a quite the game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know why, but I always feel like it's exciting in the early rounds, and then in the end, it's just like the boring, like 1 seed or 2 seed. But there is no 1 or 2, so the next most boring would be UConn because they're a blue blood.
yeah, which is
I
crazy.
I mean, I had
They're blue
Bama winning
bloods.
it all, but
yeah, props to whoever had a good bracket this year, because man, were there
Hey.
some.
So I had FAU in the Elite Eight, and I had Miami in the national championship. I could show you. So
I don't believe
I'm not saying my winners are still in it, but I at least got that right.
I bet you so many of those like statistical rules they have, like every year a top 10, blah blah blah, was broken this year, bro. With so many weird upsets.
I think there's only been 2 other times where every 1 seed was out by the
Yeah.
Final Four.
That's what I'm saying.
pretty wonky, for sure.
Wonky.
Wonky, it is. I mean, it's how you describe this tournament, man. I mean, that's how it's been. It's been wonky.
No, I mean, I didn't even realize this, but they showed that stat in the Arkansas game. It was like the last non-1 or 2 seed to win it was UConn in 2014. I thought that was wild.
Yeah,
There's only
that is
been
pretty crazy.
One non-1 seed, and it was a 2 seed. Like, that's
Last
crazy.
year, North Carolina almost won it as an 8 seed, but they had like a 15-point lead, and then Kansas came back and beat them in the national championship game. So yeah, it's crazy because when you think, like when I saw that too, I saw the list of the winners and then the seeds, and when I saw that it had been like 7 straight, I was like, whoa, because so many times like UNC last year You thought that this is an 8 seed almost won it. That surely someone else would have, but no, it's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, just hoping we get something next year. I mean, it's can't really be too disappointed. We've made it pretty far these past few years.
With Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have
Oh,
Brazil,
yeah.
what?
Khalil comes to Arkansas.
We think Khalil Ware comes to Arkansas?
Yeah. He's
That'd be
leaving
big.
Oregon.
Well, and I
Yeah,
also saw. Do y'all know who Freddie Hicks is by any chance?
Mm-mm.
He was a year above me, and he went to Fant4sy, and he goes to Tarleton State, and he averaged like almost 20, 22, 23 a game this year at Tarleton. And it's his junior year, so he'll be a senior next year. And I saw the other day that he was in talks with Arkansas about transferring, but he has entered the transfer portal, so he would be an awesome pickup too. I played against him like 3 or 4 times, so
Probably
as well as
wanted
Nick
to do it.
Smith, and oh yeah, I dunked on his face, no question.
Well, let's go ahead and move on from those fibs and lies that were just said. We'll move on to the professional sport of what Doug was just talking about. But the NBA right now got what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks till the end of the season?
Not even. It's
A week and a half.
I think it's just a week and a half.
Yeah. Mavericks. Back-to-back losses to the Hornets. It really hurt, just personally as a fan. I really don't even want to talk about it anymore. If someone would like to take the floor.
No, I mean, I'm watching right now. The Mavs are losing against the 76ers, if that makes it feel any better. But
No, they're beating them on my screen.
Yeah, they're beating them actually. So
Good, bro.
guess I'm behind. Guess I'm
already.
behind.
No.
Guess I'm behind. Sports Surge does me wrong sometimes. Maybe it does.
He's pirated.
But yeah, the NBA.
sorry, just need
Okay, a 2-point lead. We'll give it that.
They're
The
winning.
NBA, man, I haven't been seeing much on it. Yeah, I have nothing to say about the NBA. My time is up.
Yeah,
You just
it's
don't
not
have
looking
it.
good for the Mavs though. Trying to get in the playoffs though. 'Cause they're out, right? They're at the 11 seed now.
Yeah, I mean
They're not even in the play-in, bro.
No, they're not in the play-in.
They're.
Oh
I mean,
no.
there's just we've been talking about this, bro. There's just so many teams in the West that are close. I mean, with
There
those
is,
2
but-
losses to the Hornets, I mean, it
Kyrie
doesn't
just
help.
couldn't do it all.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Kyrie
kinda
is
screwed
not
them.
doing a thing, Doug. That's the problem.
And then you have
wouldn't
JaVale
that be
McGee running the
disappointing?
court.
You trade
I mean,
for Kyrie and then don't even make the play-in. That'd be awesome.
That's something different right there. No, if the Thunder make it over the Mavericks, then we really have something to talk about it. Then we have really because aren't the Thunder over the are the Thunder over the Mavericks right now?
Or they're
I'm
like
pretty sure.
projected
I'm pretty
to
sure
be-
we're in it right now.
Yeah, either a game or half a game.
We're in it.
Above.
We're in it right now.
They're like an 8 seed too.
The Thunder have a
And
tiebreaker on
and
us, too.
Chet might come back too. Oh no. Oh
bro,
no.
Chet
Sneaky
is not a
finals
problem.
team? No. I'm just
What would
OKC
you do,
being
bro?
anybody to 7
Chet
games.
has to put some weight on though, man. He won't.
Yeah, Chet is not a problem at all. Man,
We
when
don't
he
even know
goes on
yet.
some
We haven't seen him
LBs.
play. Chill.
Well, I don't want to see him play. To be honest.
I'm sorry, but I hate those 7-footers that are just.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. It's
I hate
skin
them,
and
bro.
bone. Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
just
I
like-
think.
KD is the only one I know that is actually decent, honestly.
Yeah. Because even when Giannis was skinny, he was not good.
No, they just
He had to
Not
he
at
had
all.
to put on weight.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Giannis, the Bucks put up 149 tonight. Drew Holiday had 51.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How many
Sorry,
rebounds
what?
and assists did Giannis have?
He had Giannis had 38 points tonight, shot 14 for 18 with 17 rebounds and 12 assists.
He almost cleared that line just by rebounds single-handedly. That's insane. That's insane.
Hold on. What is that box score? Drew Holiday had 51.
8-8. Yeah. No Chris Middleton.
51, 8 and 8. No, Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton hasn't done a dang thing all year.
Chris Middleton's
What you gotta say about that,
rocks,
Ford?
bro.
What you gotta say about that,
Chris
Ford?
Middleton's good.
He just put up 49.
He did?
Because his little sorry self is sitting the bench.
No, I mean Giannis and Drew missed last game. He had a nice little game yesterday or the day
Yeah.
before.
Well, he better have.
He has
the
been
only guy on the
sound,
court.
and he's been hurt half the year too.
Thunder are hosting
You
the
big Chris
Pistons
Middleton
right
guy,
now.
Ford?
Huh?
You said you a big Chris Middleton guy?
Not even really, bro. I just got him on my fantasy team.
Oh,
I
gross.
hear that too
That is
much.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't really care about Chris Middleton like that.
The Lakers, man, they're in Chicago beating them right now in the end of the third quarter.
Hey, the Mavs are losing, by the way.
All right, Doug. You don't have a team, bro. So like,
Whoa.
Well,
you just can't talk.
America decided to have no sports on tonight besides basketball, so there's that. Oh my, Kyrie just hit a bank three. It's the most Kyrie thing I've ever seen. That was Tim Hardaway. They all look the same.
That's the most Tim Hardaway thing I've ever seen.
Doesn't even know his
That's
own
all he
players.
does.
Bro, stop commentating if you don't know the names of the guys.
You act like I'm Dick Vitale, bro.
Seems like you're trying to be.
I don't have a script in front of me.
Hey,
Hold on.
Beats
We
me.
gotta talk about something.
Yeah, we gotta talk about some.
We gotta talk about some in the playoffs. So the Warriors said they want the Kings in the playoffs, and I know we talked about it a little bit in the last episode. What do we think about Kings versus Warriors in the first round of the playoffs, if it were to happen?
I got the
Warriors
beam
take
team.
it.
The beam
You got
team.
the
They're
beam
lighting the
team?
beam. They're lighting it from 5 miles away easily.
There's just no way. Like, who on that team has made a
No.
playoff run before?
Kevin
I
the
don't
dog
think-
herder.
Yeah, he played with Atlanta. They made the conference finals.
Great.
Kevin,
Yeah.
4 points, 3-point contest herder.
yeah, how about that, Doug? You talk
Yeah, I
about
know.
bad
How about
beats.
it?
And then they just had absolutely no chance in the conference finals at all.
No, they got destroyed.
Are the Rockets
That's
better?
their
Yeah.
best, that's their best run.
The core of their team has no playoff experience at all. So I'm
Dubs
not
take
sure.
that easy. Dubs
Well,
are
I'm
gonna
taking
get
the beam
playoffs,
team.
and they're gonna stop messing around, and they're gonna be a different team.
Curry has been playing out of his mind lately, like completely out of his mind.
Even if
So-
he's not scoring, like putting up big points.
Oh yeah, no, he's finding ways for that team to win. Gary Payton is back, and that makes a big difference for them defensively. He's their rock on the defensive side of the ball on the bench. So I think it really sucks that Wiggins had to deal with what he had to deal with,
Yeah, bro.
and that's the reason he's not playing. Man, that's a big deal for them.
That he's really.
What do you have to
that-
deal with?
He might.
Andrew Wiggins raised a kid for 5 years, and he just found out that it wasn't his. It's his best friend's kid. So
I thought that was just a rumor.
no, it's a rumor, but it's not a rumor. It's the truth. So That's why
he knows Andrew Wiggins in real life because like him, you know the first.
I just talked to him yesterday. I have an Andrew group chat,
Yeah.
and me and him talk a lot. So he told me. Yeah, it was actually one of the Andrews in the group chat that cheated. It was interesting, man.
I mean, goodness. I mean, take us for a whirlwind, why don't you? Like the Andrews. But speaking on these standings, the Warriors, the Thunder and the Mavericks are tied right now. In the standings at 10 and 11, both.
Well, and then the Thunder are gonna win and the Mavericks lose, so we have to keep that in account tonight too.
Who are the Thunder
You
playing?
better hope, bro.
The Pistons
They're beating them by
playing
4
Detroit.
at the end of the third quarter.
They got that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro.
They're not losing to the Pistons, bro.
No, they're not.
I mean, Dallas is up on Philly.
By 1.
Don't worry, they'll lose.
See, I'm just
Dallas
surrounded by
Lakers
haters.
Well, it's happening.
It hurts, but it's okay.
They just really don't have any
Just rather
Philadelphia
be loyal
experience.
to a
you know?
team than not. No.
I'm loyal to my
Yeah,
team.
you got to be. I'm not
I
loyal
was loyal
to the
to
NBA.
I was loyal to my team when they were the worst team in the league last year. We were trying to get that pick, and we got it.
Well, this side, they don't claim to have any NBA teams. I guess it's just easier off that way.
It is. No, it is.
Well, it's just easier. No, it's
They have
just
nothing to
easier to
lose.
sleep. It's easier to sleep at night knowing that I don't have to watch an NBA team because I would probably scratch my eyes out and burn my retinas.
Whoa, hey, don't say. All right,
Bro has beef with the NBA.
come on the internet.
Bad.
Okay. Digital footprint, Doug. Digital footprint.
You put $30 in Prize Picks. You bet on NBA one night, it's gone the next day. You'll see you later.
All right,
Sayonara, $30.
we'll go ahead and just move on. It's about that time. Go ahead, Doug, if you'd like to kick off opening day. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I have mixed feelings about my team. Spring training, they had two teams. It wasn't really an A or B team. They had good guys on both teams, which I really didn't understand. But they just gave a bunch of dudes that we picked up this winter. They gave them a chance to kind of show what they did, and we had a couple of guys that showed that they deserve a spot on the roster. Andrew Chafin, a new pitcher we got, he showed out.
He's also in
training.
my Andrew group chat, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, he told me about that the other day. But him and
McCutcheon's in the group chat too.
Andrew McCutcheon too. Yeah, that's right. Forgot that.
Tommy Henry and just guys like that through spring training have shown the bullpen has some strength, but the batting has been subpar, if not bad. So we play the Dodgers tomorrow. Zach, Landon, Zach Gallen's pitching. He's our ace, future Cy Young winner.
That's crazy.
We beat the Dodgers in spring training the other day. What? What's crazy?
Future Cy Young.
Go look at his ERA from last year, bro, and tell me he's not.
So he's locked in for that Cy Young already.
In the next 3 years, I would say so.
Whew.
But yeah, I don't know. It's the Dodgers. They got weapons all over the place, and we don't have near as many as they do. So
I'm excited to see the best pitcher in baseball debut for my team tomorrow. Shout out, Jacob deGrom. Hopefully we get a nice little. Hopefully we can make the playoffs this year. That'd be fun. Haven't seen the Rangers make it in about.
y'all got Trey Turner, right? Am I
No, Trey
tripping?
Turner's on the Phillies.
Phillies.
We're
Yeah,
playing
true.
Trey Turner tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got Corey Seager. If he's,
That's who it is.
Yeah, we had him for like 2 years.
He didn't have
now, but yeah,
He didn't have a good season last year, I don't
it
think.
wasn't great. But
But I mean, how good of a
I'm
season
excited.
can you have?
First, Aroldis or Garcia?
Chapman.
No,
Never mind.
You know who that is, Doug?
Yeah.
The outfielder for the Rangers.
Mhm.
It's pretty good.
What are some games that stand out to us tomorrow, as far as ones that you'll probably want to tune into? I mean, obviously you got
I would
Giants,
say-
Yankees.
I would say Miami and the Mets. They have Sandy Alcantara and Max Scherzer pitching, two of the best pitchers in the league. Miami has Jazz Chisholm. But I don't really know of many other bats they have, but I know their bullpen goes deep.
Rangers game will be
And then-
good. And Aaron Nola.
Rangers game will definitely
yeah,
be
it
good.
will.
Aaron Nola for the Phillies and DeGrom for the Rangers.
You can always tune into an Angels game to watch Ohtani. Too bad the Angels always suck, though.
It's just weird
Yeah,
how they
for sure.
suck. Like they just never
It
have
is.
gotten better. Ever since Trout has been their best man, they have never gotten better, ever.
It's the Trout
Like,
curse.
have they even made the playoffs in the past 5 years? don't think so.
Probably not.
Maybe.
I have a good feeling about the Cardinals this year too. I feel like they have a really good chance of winning the World Series.
Yeah.
But
Are you a Cardinals fan, Doug?
No, I'm a Diamondbacks fan. But I'm
No
just
love
saying,
for
I
the
had the
Cardinals in
Cardinals
your
have a
heart?
lot. Do what?
No love for the Cardinals in your heart. You just
I mean,
think
there's
they'll win.
some. I used to be a Cardinals fan in my heyday, but all those players are gone, like Pujols and Yadier, Molina, and uh, what was it Mac or what's the pitcher's
What
name?
is
Adam Wainwright.
Pujols
He's still
doing,
there.
bro?
I thought he retired.
Did he retire? Is he gone?
Yeah, he retired because he chases home runs and then he retired. He hit like the most home runs in MLB history or something, like 793 or 794 or something like that.
Y'all got any teams in baseball, Ford or Andrew?
Not really. No.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a Pirates fan, but it's just something I keep on the down low until they start winning again. Because it's
whenever
been
that day will
rough.
be. It's
One
like
day.
I've been alive. I've been alive a long time, and I don't remember the Pirates winning. Maybe
No.
1 year.
Have you?
Yeah, no,
Uh,
they don't win.
Did you not try
They
to
play the Reds
convince?
tomorrow.
Did you not try to convince Andrew McCutcheon in your group chat not to leave? Whenever he.
Well, it's okay. I tried, but I convinced him to come back, so we're good.
Okay.
Now he's back on the squad, and we're good for the year. I'm excited to have him back this year. The Andrew group chat was really going ballistic when he came back, and obviously Wiggins was really excited for him too. And Andrew Tate showed he was really excited for him too. He's always the one that's supporting us in that group chat. So I'm excited to see McCutcheon ball out for us this year, even though he's old.
What about Andrew Benintendi? Did he give any? Did he speak his mind?
Benintendi was actually me and him started the group chat. It was me and him when he was with
Y'all are up in
Arkansas.
Fayetteville? I was about to say y'all are
When he was
Fayetteville.
up in Fayetteville, I visited him. We started the group chat. That's what really got it all going because we had a connection.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's been great. And we have a strict policy. No, if you go by Drew or Andy, you're not in the group chat. So
Any word
it's
from
only
Andrew
Andrew.
Jolly?
Cut that out.
Andrew Jolly?
no, he actually keeps his phone off. So
He's not in the group
he's
chat?
locked. He is, but he just keeps his phone off. So we never hear from him.
Hey, the only thing I'll say about the MLB tomorrow is that probably the best game of the day, I'd say, is either going to be Guardians and Mariners or Blue Jays or Cardinals. Because they have Shane Bieber and Luis Castillo pitching, and Landon, you know both of those raw dudes.
Yeah, they'll be very good.
Unfortunately, they play at 9:10. And you got Julio Rodriguez. Who else for the? Well, they have I forget that pitcher's name. What's Robbie Ray? They have Robbie Ray in the bullpen for Seattle. But a bunch of these teams, I think Baltimore will have a great year. They had a really good team last year with you know that guy's name, Landon, number 1 pick like 2 years ago, catcher, Riley, Adley Rutschman, yeah. So he's on there. Then Gunnar Henderson's on there. So they might have a good year. They were having a decent year last year, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, they got a nice full squad.
season.
For sure. Hey, Andrew.
There's probably like 10 or 11 teams that I would say that have a decent squad.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, did he say anything on why he retired?
Who?
Andrew Luck?
There's some things I can't release from the group chat, and me and Andrew Luck, as long as Andrew Garfield was very expressive in this conversation as well. We had a good talk with him about it. He was just really down on his luck, and I don't want to make a story out of this. I don't think this podcast is ready to go viral quite yet, so I can't touch on that. But just
Keep
know
it in
it
the
was
vault.
it was,
Keep it in the
it was
vault.
not good. We gotta keep it in the vault for sure.
Well,
But-
please do send Andrew our best. All of the Andrews. Not just the singular, just them all.
Absolutely.
We got any more words for the for opening day tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm trying to know what Doug Eddard up to now. Honestly,
Doug Eddard.
Doug Eddard. Y'all remember him?
I do remember Doug Everett.
From the turn of that white guy last year that went off?
Yeah, from St. Peter's.
Doug, y'all be talking?
You gotta have a Doug group chat, right?
Yeah, I hadn't heard from him since like about last year at around this time. Actually, he texted in there one or two times talking about we won something, or I didn't really pay attention to it, but he also sent everybody in that group chat like free mustache stuff to like keep that going. But I hadn't talked to him in about a year. I really don't know what he's doing. I think he transferred. I think he's at like Cornell now or something. He's on the bigger and better thing.
He went to Bryant.
Yeah, no, that's right. He went to Albany State.
You heard from Doug Martin? What's he up to these days?
Doug Martin, man, he is on the banks of Hawaii sipping a margarita after all those shots that he was great at shooting.
What about Doug Baldwin?
Wasn't that a running back?
Yeah, it was a running
You
back.
talking about the running back?
Doug
Who's
Martin.
Doug Martin?
Bro, the running back for the Buccaneers.
Hey, running back.
Nah, y'all talking about Raymond Jones III.
All right.
He's a dog.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Now, it's Fantasy 4. We're out. Peace.
Peace.